Hey, chicks, let's chat. So listen, I just heard a little snippet of a reel, and just like instantly, something popped in my mind to have a conversation about. And it's possibly something that everybody at some point, men and women, have been through, right? Sometimes we get in situations with people, right? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whatever it may be. And it's not that you're not a good person. It's not that they're not a good person. It may not even be that y'all are not a good match in a sense. Y'all can hang around each other, have good times, cool vibes, everything going good, relationship wise. That's your home girl. You know, you can trust her with some things, this, that, or the third. And where the issues come in at is because people have dealt with people before you, right? It's very few people coming to the table right now in relationships and they have a clean slate, meaning they're a virgin. When we're talking about relationships, and when we're talking about friendships, most people have had a couple friendships, one or two went astray. So everybody coming to the situations now with some type of experience and possibly some past trauma affiliated with those experiences, right? And you know, after we go through some things, we're altered, right? We're altered in a sense. Now, some people are able to deal with how the relationship altered them and move forward progressively, right? Basically, take their licking and keep on ticking. Do the work, figure out where you went wrong at, if you went wrong, and keep it moving, right? And the next time you endeavor into that same type of relationship, you make better decisions. You make better moves. You respond better, right? Now, that's the best case scenario, right? So, in those situations where, you know, it's nothing that you're doing wrong, basically. Nothing that you're doing wrong. It's not your past, it's not your trauma, it's not even the current situation. And still, some kind of way, things are not at the level you would want them to be. Things are not working out in the way you want them to be. Maybe the situation even folded for, you know, reasons that you may not even fully understand. And this principle applies even with, like I say, friendships. What I realized through experience, through observation, is that sometimes you just may not be able to show up for that person in the way that they're used to people showing up for them. Sometimes our previous experiences have catapulted us to a certain level, right? And then that becomes your norm. Even if the situations did not work out, you now know what you expect and what you want. And the new person, they may be great, but they still may not be to the level that you want them to be, right? And I think that can be so frustrating because here it is, you have a guy that's showing up for you in every way that he know how to. He's doing all the right things. And for some reason, it's still just not enough. He still just don't do it for you. Possibly because he all right with Golden Corral. You ain't ate Golden Corral since you was in the 12th grade going out to eat with your mama and daddy them. But Golden Corral is cool for him. Buffet style eat is cool for him. In his mind, Red Lobster is top tier. In your mind, Red Lobster used to be top tier in the 80s. Right? And it's never a problem for him to feed you or take you out to eat. It's just that what you're used to just don't line up with what he's coming to the table with, right? And it's not even a situation where money is a factor. It's a situation where experience and expectations are the factor. And sometimes that person just don't meet your past experiences or the level of expectations that you have. And it may not even be so much that you have the level of expectation for him. It may be that he don't even meet the level of expectation that you have for yourself. Right? Like when you treat yourself. And in your mind, treat yourself mean that you finna go get this Wagyu steak. It might be $100 steak. In his mind, he ain't never had $100 steak. So not only is he not thinking on that level, but he has not ever even been exposed to that. Right? Same way if you switch it with women. You can be the best. Right? You're a good woman by anybody's standard. You tough in the kitchen. You shaped up good. Your face is pretty. Whatever. Like, you all right. But when it comes to him, you don't really do it for him. Why? Because you don't like to have anal sex. Because you're not open to a threesome. Because you still want him to wear condoms sometime and he hate them. Right? You, no matter how good of a woman you are, you just cannot live up to his expectations in that area. Right? And a lot of times, those are the kind of things that can really play on a woman's ego. I can't speak for a man, but I can say those kind of things can play on a woman's ego and pull on her heartstrings, because here it is, you everything that you know a lot of men want. And men have told you that over and over and over again. And you know that you present well. You know that, like, you can pull who you want most of the time. Now you got this dude that obviously you want it, and then he had like you chopped liver. And you like, dude, your last woman didn't even, like, when I look at her, she don't do nothing in comparison to me. And her job ain't don't compare to mine. Her education level don't compare to mine. Her spirituality don't. Like, you can line yourself up against almost every woman he done had and outdo him in every area. And so in your mind, you can't figure out, like, dude, this girl, they not hitting on me. I know the kind of women you pick. That's the part that you're missing. That's the part that you don't know about. You don't understand that, yeah, he see that you got it going on in every area. But when it comes to some other things that he like, you just don't meet his expectations in that area. And will people deny you because of that? Yes. Your whole relationship can crumble just because you do not meet the mark in one or two particular areas. And it really don't have to be two. It really just could be one strong area that is strong to them. And y'all don't work out. Is that fair to you? It's not even a situation of being fair. It's a situation of it's reality. And a lot of times that's just how the cookie crumbled, right? On paper, y'all seem like y'all should have been such a good match, right? Such a good match. And then you find out this joker is a Trump supporter. He got all the reasons why he support Trump. He just blew your whole mind. You don't even want to go out to eat with him no more. You don't even want to talk to Buddy on the phone no more. Like, it could be stuff just simple as that where it's a deal breaker. And he could be great in every area. But when that joker started talking about Trump and he a super supporter to the point of he even want to give money to the campaign, he just lost you. And you like, man, why in the world? If only he was right with that. If only this, if only that. I have met dudes that they were so raw, and I mean, treating me amazing. You hear me? I mean, breakfast in bed, lunch, dinner, like, you name it. I mean, no complaint at all. Till I heard this joker telling me about the sun god. And I was like, who? Oh, yeah, you have been in prison and y'all be learning about a whole, but I can't rock with that. I can't. Because I just don't have the wherewithal to try to convince you of anything else right now. You know? And so, yes, you probably don't even know that that's why I stopped talking to you. You probably don't even know that's why I don't answer the calls. That's why I stopped answering the calls. That's why, like, and it be disappointing. Not only is it probably disappointing to the person that you have to cut off, but it's disappointing to the person because they really wanted things to work out differently, you know? And sometimes you are on the receiving end of that. You may be the person that's getting cut off. Sometimes you're the person doing the cutoff. But if you are the person that's on the receiving end, you're the one getting cut off. You just have to really understand that sometimes it's just a deal breaker for that person. And you have to get to the point where you do not let it play on your psyche. Do not let it make you start to believe that some way, somehow you're less than. No, you just didn't meet the mark for that person. And the reality is that you may not know that because it may be something that that person don't tell you. Like, I have stopped dealing with people and then tell them that, hey, this is why. You know, and maybe at that time it probably was a situation of, you know, a lack of maturity to just not even explain to that person, hey, this is where we don't mesh, you know? I guess they'll probably call it ghosting now or whatever, but sometimes it's just that that person, it may be an uncomfortable conversation and that person don't want to have it. So it's just easier to just be like, you know, step aside or whatever. Y'all see each other, it's still love, hey, hugs or whatever. But y'all know, you know. But yes, I just want to encourage them to understand that just because it does not work out, something does not mesh well, it does not mean that you're a bad person. Now, are there times when, yeah, you need to fix some stuff and you really need to work on some stuff? Yes. Usually in those times, people don't have no problem telling you all the ways in which you got them messed up and you got life messed up, right? Usually, like I say, people don't have no problem telling you those things sometimes. But when you seem like, hey, you're a good guy, good woman, and it's just something personally for them that you don't quite cut it, those are the uncomfortable conversations that people kind of don't really want to talk and say. And those the reason sometimes why you ain't heard from them, this, that, or the third, you know. And you can wreck your brain on stuff like that and be so disappointed. Man, we just went out to eat and we just, you know, had a good night and woke up in the morning, everything was good. And that was the night that he wanted you to do X, Y, and Z and you still didn't do it. Or you still was like, no. And he knew in his mind that was going to be the last time. Because his standard is such that every time he lay down with a woman, he's used to doing X, Y, and Z. So he done tried to work with you and give you a little time, but he's no longer willing to give you no more time when it comes to that, because for him that is a deal breaker, right? Same with a woman, you know, if she's used to a man giving her like real money, you know, taking care of her bills, doing this, she may give you a little time to offer. You don't offer this, she may give you a little time to, you know, where she go to asking, throwing hints. You still not responding. At some point she like, yeah, he's great, he's nice, he's wonderful. When we go out, it's whatever and it's on him. But he's not giving me anything extra. And all my life I've been used to a man throwing me something extra. And in his mind, he may have been taught like, you ain't my wife, I ain't finna be doing that. But now, yeah, if you somebody that I'm pursuing and we going out, okay, I know that that's all on me. I got that. That's no problem. But in terms of taking care of your bills and give you, I ain't finna be doing that for nobody. And to you, that may seem strange because you have always been used to something else. But to him, that's his norm, and he ain't never did it. And he don't co-sign it. And he ain't finna start doing it because it's you. So, yeah, that was just something that kind of just dropped in my spirit a little bit when I heard a little something. I was like, you know, a lot of time I'm sure people be wrecking their brain because they like, why this ain't working out? Like, we good, we cool. 9 times out of 10, it's something personal that it's a hard conversation that person just really don't want to tell you. But it's just something that you're not able to meet their mark. You're not able to meet their standard of expectation in that particular area. And sometimes it's an area of weakness for them. Like they know they need to tighten up and shouldn't have those type of expectations for you. But they're not ready to change it. So you either got to be with that or y'all situation not gonna work out. You know? So, like I said, be encouraged. Don't let those things play too hard on your psyche. Don't let what one person required change you as a woman. Because a lot of times you can start doing exactly what that person wants you to do. And then before you know it, something else comes up. Now you done sacrifice your whole everything, your spirituality, your everything, just to tap into what they wanted you to do. And then things still don't go right. Now you really feel like trash. Because you like, man, I done acquiesced to doing this and I ain't even on this. I did this for you. And now here you go. You know, it still didn't. So yeah, stick to the things that work well for you, that you comfortable doing. That person not your husband. Don't be trying to go all out the way, changing up your whole stilo and trying to please this person. No, that's right where you're gonna go wrong at when you try to do that. But yeah, y'all be encouraged. Don't switch up on who you are. Stay solid. No matter how solid you are, you still not gonna be for everybody, but you are for somebody.